The River Center project itself, I think, has got great potential to be able to address this issue of what other alternative land use practices can be accommodated in the Missouri River floodplain.
I envision the Missouri River Center to serve as a regional asset for us, for TNC, as well as for our partners and for the public and for Mid-Missourians.
The CCIs are our Centers for Conservation Innovation, and it's a statewide program. We've got 3 focal preserves around the state. One of them is here in the beautiful Mid-Missouri Riverlands near Columbia. Here we've got great partners. We've got Missouri River Relief, which is a great nonprofit that does education based on the Missouri River and the floodplain. We're also partnering with the University of Missouri Center for Agroforestry to do the agroforestry plantings. And you can see they cover areas of outreach and education, but also stewardship and regenerative ag. As the site continues to develop, the partnership will just only blossom and continue to grow.
Well, Missouri River Relief, our mission is all about connecting people to the Missouri River. So we're always looking for interesting ways, engaging ways to get people out on the river, finding new ways to access the river, new ways to learn about the river. The Nature Conservancy is seeing opportunities here for, how can we transform people's ideas of what you can do with land along the Missouri River that's productive, ecologically sound. I think that the power of the programs that we can do in a place like the Missouri River Center sort of amplifies the importance of all the work that's going on here.
Well, I think the River Center here is really well situated to provide the sort of outreach and education experiences that will allow groups to come in, whether they're agricultural producers, whether they're graduate students or undergraduate students versus, K through 12 students, to bring them into a place easily accessible with a wide variety of ecosystems to show them what can be done on a piece of ground like this.
The Center for Agroforestry was established in 1998, and we have some of the longest running tree crop research in the nation. We also have the only agroforestry graduate program in the nation. It's a really special thing that we have here in Mid-Missouri, and the Missouri River Center being here as sort of a partner, a collaborator in that is really unique. Getting trees in the ground and doing it in a way that's really thoughtful, that we're planning for this to be a legacy for the next generation, it's really satisfying. So that's what's fun about the work.
We're restoring the bottomland forest. This is my absolute favorite thing to do. If I could do this full time, I would. When I heard they were doing this, 2,000 trees in 2 days? It's like, ooh, I need to be a part of that.
We're really trying hard to make this land useful. What we are getting ready to kick off with is a planting of 2,000 trees. So that will be in pecans and walnuts and different cultivars. So that is the 30 acres on the north side of the property. If we come down to the south side of the property is where we will begin to build out the riparian buffer to provide some protection against big floods, to provide habitat and corridor for wildlife to be able to move. And so building out the riparian buffer here is one of our conservation priorities.
Here at the Centers for Conservation Innovation, we're trying to showcase that all of these strategies and programs, land, water, people, climate, protect, provide, tackle, all of those work together, and they come and land in landscapes. They land and interact in landscapes and in places like this. So here we can showcase, hey, in one plot of land, these 160 or so acres, we can provide food, we can provide wildlife habitat, and we can tackle climate change through agroforestry, natural climate solutions, all these varieties of techniques.
The Nature Conservancy is trying to restore this to its natural, native habitat. The group of people here is just outstanding. They're from all different organizations, but we all kind of have the same heart and the same mind about nature and restoring it and giving back.
Yeah, in 20 or 30 years, most of the site will be under tree cover. And so 20 years will put on some really good growth for pecans, walnuts, and for all of the trees that we're going to be putting in the riparian buffer. But I hope that we're eating this food. Pecan trees live for 300 years. That is resilient and regenerative agriculture.
So yes, this is 160 acres where we're doing work. We're working with partners, we're doing agroforestry, we're doing riparian buffers. But the goal is to take this 160 acres and through our work, amplifying and influencing and connecting with partners, magnify that and make it have an outsized impact around the state through the work that our partners and other teams are going to be doing.